5 products. All of them sell. Every single one does exactly what it was designed to do in a store display case under fluorescent lights, and 5 lies told about each one will get you hurt, robbed, or killed when it actually matters. This is not a hit piece on personal safety. Personal safety is the whole point. I carry gear, I've recommended gear, I will continue to recommend gear, but I will not recommend false confidence, and the self-defense industry is absolutely drowning in it. Stops attackers instantly, non-lethal protection, military grade, effective range up to 15 feet. These claims are printed on millions of packages, repeated by hundreds of influencers, believed by millions of people who are building their safety plan on marketing copy instead of physics, biology, and statistics. Today we're reading the fine print, because the fine print is where they buried the assault report. Here's your only rule for today. A tool you don't know how to use under stress is not a safety device, it's a prop. The product was designed by engineers. The marketing was written by copywriters. In a self-defense scenario, those two groups have very different definitions of the word protection. Let me tell you how I got here. I spent years thinking about self-defense the way most people do. I bought what got recommended. I watched the videos. 5 stars. Every person should carry this. Add to cart. Repeat. And the gear worked. In my car, on my kitchen counter, in the side pocket of a bag I never actually take anywhere that matters. Then I started looking at what happens when that same gear meets an actual confrontation, not a slow afternoon where you have time to think and plan. Real conditions, where your heart rate has spiked to 170 beats per minute and your fine motor skills left the building without saying goodbye, where you have less than 2 seconds to respond and your brain is running on pure adrenaline, which is a fantastic system for running from lions and a terrible system for operating a product with a safety mechanism you've never practiced under pressure. And I found something I didn't expect. The products didn't fail. The confidence they sold failed. My pepper spray was in my bag, not my hand. My stun gun required 2 hands and a prayer to activate. My personal alarm was so loud it disoriented me as much as anyone else. My tactical pen was a pen I'd never trained with. My security camera had a 45-second upload delay and notifications I'd never set up correctly. There's a difference between what a product does and what the marketing promises it does. And in self-defense, that difference isn't measured in disappointment. It's measured in outcomes you cannot undo. 5 lies, 5 corrections. Let's go. Lie number 1. This pepper spray will stop any attacker. Go grab your pepper spray right now. Where is it? In your bag, your car, your apartment, which is a fantastic place for it when something happens in a parking deck 2 miles away. That's the first lie they never print on the label. Not a lie about the chemistry, a lie told by staying completely silent about deployment reality. Pepper spray works. Oleracin capsicum causes immediate eye closure, respiratory distress, and skin burning on contact. Law enforcement uses it. It has a real effect on most people. The problem is the gap between has an effect and stops the attack. Studies on real-world use show failure to incapacitate rates of 15 to 35% depending on the subject and conditions. 1 in 3. That's a coin flip with worse odds. Factors that reduce effectiveness include subjects under stimulants, subjects already in an adrenaline state, poor spray pattern in wind, and deployment by a user whose hands are also shaking because they are also in an adrenaline state for the same reason the attacker is. Then there's access time. Average time to access pepper spray from a bag is 4 to 7 seconds. Average time for a committed attacker to reach you from 10 feet is 1.5 seconds. You have a spray that takes 4 seconds to access in a situation that ends in 1.5. Wind is also not on the packaging. Any meaningful breeze can redirect the spray back into your own face with 0 warning. This is documented. This is not rare. This is physics. The correction isn't throw it away. Keep your spray, but move it to your hand, your pocket, or a body holster, not your bag. If it's not accessible in under 1 second, it doesn't exist as a self-defense tool in a sudden assault. Practice your draw. Choose gel or foam formulations to reduce blowback risk. Know your effective range, 6 to 10 feet, not 15. Your spray isn't the problem. The certainty the packaging sold you is. Lie number 2. This stun gun will incapacitate instantly. The listing says 10 million volts, and your brain immediately pictures Hollywood incapacitation. Subject drops, scene ends. Here's what actually happens. Voltage without amperage is a static shock. What matters is current, how many milliamps reach the muscles and for how long. Most consumer stun guns deliver 2 to 4 milliamps. The marketing says 10 million volts because that's an impressive number. Milliamps is not an impressive number. One of these numbers determines whether the device works. The other one sells units. Independent testing of consumer stun guns found 60 to 70% failed to achieve reliable incapacitation on clothed subjects. Thick jackets, layered fabric, all dramatically reduce current penetration. Your 10 million volt stun gun may be delivering a genuinely unpleasant experience through a winter coat. An unpleasant experience is not incapacitation. An unpleasant experience may also make someone angry. But the lie inside the lie is contact time. To achieve any meaningful neuromuscular effect, you need sustained contact, minimum 3 to 5 seconds. Think about what 5 seconds of sustained contact means in a physical confrontation. You are within arm's reach of someone actively trying to harm you and holding that contact for the length of time it takes to count slowly to 5. That is not a tool deployment. That is a wrestling match where you are also trying to operate a device. Stun guns are contact weapons. The marketing presents them as standoff tools. They eliminate distance, and in eliminating distance, they put you exactly where you don't want to be. The correction: train with it. Know where the safety is without looking. Know what happens if it doesn't work. A tool without a backup plan is a plan that ends when the tool fails. Lie number 3. This personal alarm will scare off any attacker. 130 decibels. Said on the listing like that number is self-explanatory. Like every attacker on Earth has a pre-installed sensitivity to loud noise that triggers immediate retreat. Like the entire self-defense application was thought through beyond the sound itself. Personal alarms work in the right context. A sudden loud noise can startle an attacker, draw bystander attention, and create an opportunity to run. These are legitimate outcomes, and I'm not dismissing them. The lie is the word scare. Scare implies a psychological response, and the self-defense industry has decided all attackers share the same psychology. Many predatory attacks are opportunistic, committed by individuals who have already assessed that the environment favors them. That same assessment also tells them whether noise matters. A personal alarm on a crowded street at noon is a tool. A personal alarm in a parking garage at midnight where there are no bystanders is a loud noise that tells your attacker you're scared and that your only plan was a keychain. Then there's the bystander effect. Research consistently shows that in crowds, each individual assumes someone else will respond. Your alarm may be heard by 20 people and acted on by 0. Most alarms also require you to pull a pin or press a button. Under stress, with shaking hands in the dark, this is harder than it sounds. The marketing was written by someone sitting at a desk. The correction: your personal alarm is a useful supplementary tool, not a primary defense. Use it to draw attention, use it to create distraction, but never let it be the only layer of your plan. It cannot stop a physical assault. It can only create noise around one. Lie number 4. This tactical pen will give you a tactical advantage. The tactical pen exists in a category I call gear that requires competence the marketing assumes you have. As an improvised striking tool in trained hands, it has legitimate applications. The lie is the word tactical and everything that word implies about the buyer. Tactical implies that buying the object transfers the tactic. It does not. A tactical pen in untrained hands is a pen. The training is the tool. The pen is the delivery mechanism. And the marketing sells the pen while completely omitting the training. Impact weapon techniques, targeting, grip mechanics, movement, integration under adrenaline are a specific skill set. None of this is intuitive. Most tactical pen buyers have done 0 training. Their plan involves hitting someone with it, location unspecified, situation unplanned, outcome unexamined. Under stress, with tunnel vision active, the probability of effectively deploying an impact weapon you've never trained with is extremely low. The probability of losing it or having it taken and used against you is not 0. The marketing never mentions weapon retention. You do not have that skill unless you've trained it. The correction? Your tactical pen is a fine writing instrument. If you want it to be a defensive tool, take a self-defense course that includes improvised weapon work. 10 hours of training will do more for your safety than 10 tactical pens. Lie number 5. This security camera will keep you safe. The camera is watching, live monitoring, 24/7 surveillance, real-time alerts, and somewhere in your mind a picture forms of a criminal seeing the camera and walking away. That picture is the lie. Cameras document. They do not deter, they do not respond, and they do not prevent. The lie is the word protection, which appears in every listing and describes something a camera is physically incapable of providing. A camera is an evidence collection device for after the thing already happened to you. Deterrence studies on residential cameras show mixed results the industry never cites. Cameras deter opportunistic burglary when a criminal has time to case the property and chooses a different target. They do not deter determined attackers, domestic situations, or crimes of opportunity that happen faster than any deterrence calculus. A smash and grab takes 11 seconds. Nobody is reading the deterrence signals of your doorbell camera in 11 seconds. Most consumer cameras also have a motion to notification delay of 30 to 60 seconds. The event is over before your phone buzzes. Real-time alerts in marketing copy means something different than real-time in physics. The correction? Cameras are evidence tools. They have legitimate value. But if your security plan is the camera, you have an evidence plan, not a security plan. Add lighting, a genuine deterrent. Add actual locks, a genuine barrier. Add awareness habits. They cost nothing. A camera watching you get hurt is documentation, not protection. 5 products, all real, all useful, all sold with a promise no product can keep on its own. The self-defense industry doesn't sell you tools. It sells you the feeling of safety without requiring anything from you in return. No training, no habits, no awareness, just a purchase and a vague sense that you're now protected. That feeling is the most dangerous product on this list because it's invisible and it's included free with every item. Real safety is a system. Awareness is the first layer, free and effective. Avoidance is the second. Your gear is the last. When everything else has failed, the gear in your hand buys you options, but only if you can access it in under 1 second, have trained with it under pressure, and understand exactly what it can and cannot do. The products aren't the enemy. The packaging is. Read the fine print now, before you need it. Because the time to learn what your gear actually does is not the moment when your life depends on what it can actually do. Your gear is not broken. Your expectations of it might be. Start there.
If you liked this video, please like, share and subscribe.